Look what we got in the shop. It's a 2025 X9 1000. Hey, welcome back to ZK MasterTech. So, I finally found out what was going on with the S770. Remember my last video that I did? I was having issues with the feeder house speed, and it was increasing way too fast, and it was also decreasing really fast too. I mean, you'd barely hit the button and it would go from all the way slow to all the way fast just instantly. So I dove into it and I figured out the problem. It was this guy. So this is a filtered orifice fitting. It threads into the back of the multi-coupler, and then the hose that goes to your variable speed piston threads onto this. So whenever I removed this, I noticed that the orifice was turned around sideways in this fitting, and that's because the little Allen plug that kind of holds it in tight had backed out and allowed that orifice to spin sideways in its bore, and then it wasn't doing orifice things anymore, and the oil was just going straight through it and not slowing down. So I put a new one of these in there, and it works perfectly fine now. So that project is done, and I've went out and I've inspected 3 combines since I got that 770 done. So I did a S780, and it requires quite a bit of work. So we're going to be doing some content on that one. And then I did another 780 at a different farm, and then at the same farm as the 780, I did a S680, and the customer's going to be doing most of the work on the 780. I'm just going to have to do a few things to it, so not a whole lot of work there for me to do. But the 680, we're gonna be doing quite a bit of work to it. I mean, this thing's got 2,700 separator hours on it, so for a 680 around here, that's a lot of hours. There's really not that many 680s left around here anymore. Everybody's, upgraded to the 700 series, but yeah, we're going to be putting some work into that guy. Also, don't forget, I am going to be at the Farm Progress Show in Decatur, Illinois, Wednesday, August 27th. Hope to see you guys there. I got some special merch for you guys that you can be able to buy, and you can meet me there, and I'll take pictures with you guys. I'd love to meet everybody. I know it's going to be FFA day, so there's going to be a lot of high school kids running around that day. The Farm Progress Show is expected to have 150,000 people go through there in 3 days. So I'm hoping I can meet everybody. I'll be there from 8 to 4. I'll be at the Sloan Express booth if you want to pick up some merch and meet me. So I'm really excited about that. I hope to see you guys there. But right now, I'm going to go work on a tractor, believe it or not. So hitting the pause button on combines before next week. I'm going to be going back and just starting repairs, but today's Friday. I got my last combine inspection done, so today I actually went and worked on an 8320R, and I did a ILS steering cylinder guide seal, which you guys seen me do before. So I went over there, did that real quick, got that done, came back to the shop. Wasn't sure what I was going to do next, but my boss is sending me out to go look at a 9410R that has no throttle response. So when you move the throttle lever on the armrest, it supposedly does nothing. So I guess we'll go check that out and see what's going on. I made it. I'm here. Boy, crammed in like sardines in here. This has got to be the one. Oh, think skinny. Yep, you're a 9410R. Okay. Alright. It's revving up. Okay. Fixed. Okay, well, I can't get the thing to act up, but I pulled up the codes on this machine and I could see why it was doing what it was doing because of these VIN security messages missing. So this CCU 237.31, we've also got an EIC 2000.09, which means that it didn't see the ECU message. And we got an OIC VIN security message missing. So anytime that the VIN security message isn't communicated between a certain set of controllers, so there's certain controllers on the tractor that is constantly communicating VIN security. So if you were to yank one of those controllers off and put another controller on that was programmed to a different serial number, it wouldn't communicate the correct VIN security messages, and that's to keep you from installing the incorrect controllers on the machine. So usually whenever it sets these codes, the engine will go down to an idle and only idle. It won't let you rev it up. Sometimes it won't allow you to move. There's lots of reasons why this could happen, right? We could be, so the ECU might have went offline right here, like this one. But if the ECU goes offline, you'll have multiple controllers communicating this 2000.09 code, which there's no other controllers that's reporting that, just the EIC. So the likelihood that the ECU actually lost voltage is probably pretty low there. Another reason why this can happen is if the CAN bus gets basically flooded with messages. If the ECU gets too crowded with messages, sometimes it can't relay that VIN security correctly or fast enough, and it'll set those codes. So, I mean, I guess that's a possibility. Sometimes you can just get a glitch in the system and cause these VIN security codes to happen. Or it could be a software related issue, or it could be one of the controllers that's communicating VIN security either went offline or wasn't receiving the messages correctly. Maybe have an issue with the CAN bus or something like that. So I went popped the hood up. There's a fuse panel right here, and there's a power wire that goes to that fuse panel. And sometimes if that can get loose, then the ECU will lose power and you can get these VIN security faults. But the wire, the terminal is tight on there. I looked at all the fuses look good. And every time I start this tractor, everything's working fine. So this is one of the problems that I fight on these machines, because everything that I test now is going to test fine. Like I went into the ECU. If I go to the diagnostic addresses, so I'm going to check the ECU switched and unswitched power at address 7 and 8. And they should read battery voltage. If they don't read battery voltage, then we probably got a power ground issue going to the ECU. But this is just a quick way to tell what our power is to our ECU. Yeah, 7 and 8 are both 12.2 exactly, and that is the battery voltage. So the ECU's got power. So when everything you check is good, then the only thing left to do is to check the software, see if there's any software updates, and go from there. So it did have a new ECU software. That was the only new software available. So I'm going to program the ECU with that new software and see what happens. Okay, program the software successfully. Still revs up. See, I'll clear the codes out of it, and we'll just let the customer run it and see what happens. All right, well, sometimes that's how she goes. So it's really hard to diagnose a VIN security fault when you don't have any active codes to follow. So the best thing I could do was just put that new software on the ECU, and we'll just wait and see what happens. So now we're going to go back to the shop. So I made it back to the shop. You can tell it's getting combines ready to go season. Got parts stacking up. Shop Dogs had a workout recently. Whew. I've been taking that thing to the country and doing combine inspections, and man, that thing is just a lifesaver. Let's go see what Macen's doing. Mason, what did you do?
I tore some stuff apart.
I'd guess so. See, Macen yanked this 9-liter out of this 9670 because it was, what was this?
Head gasket.
What was the symptom before?
Oh, coolant in the exhaust and in the crankcase.
Yeah, in the crankcase. So you found a blown head gasket, and it was right where number 5 was. Number 5's not happy, is it?
Not at all. Tear it apart again.
Oof-da. Yeah, it's had some water in there, hasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it, I hate when that happens. So you basically, you put a new liner and sleeve.
Yep.
And piston in number 5. Reuse the other liners and pistons,
yes.
right?
All the other liners were good. They were just, their standout measurement wasn't good.
The standout measurement was too short, right?
Yeah.
So if the standout measurement's too short, that can cause head gaskets to blow.
Right, because it's not clamping down on it.
Yeah, that liner's not up against that head gasket like it should be. So you got all the liners shimmed where they're supposed to be.
Correct.
Got the new one in.
Yep.
And then I see you have something shiny underneath this.
I do.
Oh.
Brand new head.
Brand new head.
Well, reman, but the other one was cracked. So.
Boy, isn't that pretty?
Oh yeah.
The other one you said was cracked.
Yep.
In 3 places.
5. Yep. 75 had 3 cracks. Now I've got it hooked up to this right now, but I think I can.
Can you see it? The cracks?
Yeah.
Oh, watch your fingies.
I'm going to zoom in right on here. Right down here. Let's change that away.
Oh. The machine shop marked that?
Yeah.
Crackage in the head. Huh. Right on 5. Well, it doesn't like to compress coolant in the cylinder. Something's got to give.
Yeah.
Oh man. You got your work cut out for you.
Yep.
So, new oil pan gasket, new rear main seal.
Yep.
Did you get that fiasco figured out?
I did.
Because there's 2 different styles, right?
Yeah.
New style and old style.
Yep. The old style has a flange where it just bolts to it, right on the outside.
Like this one.
Yeah.
Like this. This flange. This is what holds the seal into the housing, bolts to it.
Yep.
And then that's the new style where the seal presses into the housing.
Yep. And with the new style block, they have places where you can put in dowel pins to align it.
Oh, okay.
But with this one, you have to use special tools to actually align the.
Oh, to get it centered to the crank.
Yeah, get the housing centered.
I see.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like a big spacer deal in it that goes in there.
Yeah.
Centers the housing.
So this centers the housing, and then I have a plate.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got that little taper on it that centers the housing up, so it's true to the crank. So when you press the seal in, it's right where it needs to be.
Yes, sir.
Well, what a thing of beauty!
Oh yeah.
You say you're putting a new turbo on it too?
Oh yeah.
The VGT, the vanes are stuck in it, aren't they?
Yeah. So the linkage, it was broken, and you can actually see
it's
it right
under
down there, and it could barely move. And Patrick said whenever he first was looking at it, he had to put his pliers on it and just barely got it to crack loose.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Well, that's not good to run the vanes in just one spot all the time and blow a head gasket. And it was still running.
Supposedly, yeah.
Well, it ran in here.
Yeah.
So the 9-liter's pretty tough, but you know, it can only handle so much.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, that's awesome, Mason. So this is your first big project right out of tech school, right?
It is, yeah.
Well, I think you're doing a good job.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, engines are fun. You get to do all the gravy work here. I'd love to be in here messing with engines.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good learning experience for me. So.
It is a great learning experience. Well, looks like you got it handled.
Oh yeah.
Good job, Mason. Look what we got in the shop. It's a 2025 X9 1000. So with this new 2025 X9 with the Ultimate Technology package in the shop, I wanted to show you one of the newest features John Deere has built into these combines. It's called predictive ground speed automation. Basically, the combine can actually see ahead of you, predict what's coming, and adjust the ground speed before you even get there. So how does it work? Up on the cab, Deere mounted 2 forward-facing stereo cameras. Those cameras, along with pre-harvest satellite images, build a predictive field map. That map measures crop height and crop volume before the combine even gets into it. What the combine does with that info is pretty slick. Instead of reacting after it hits a heavy spot and bogging it down, it adjusts the ground speed ahead of time. That keeps your feed rate consistent, smooths out your throughput, and helps reduce grain loss. No more jerky speed changes, and it's just a nice and steady harvest. At the end of the day, this tech is designed to let you run closer to max capacity all day long. Even when the field isn't uniform, that makes less stress on you as you harvest more acres more efficiently. That's predictive ground speed automation on the new S7 and X9 combines. I didn't get to cover that whenever I showed you guys the new S7800 because it didn't have the Ultimate Technology package on it. So this one's got it. So let's take a look. Let's climb up in this beast. Look at this new ladder. Yeah. It's at less of a steep angle, and it looks like it's easier to climb in and out of. Let's try it. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's got the Ultimate seat in it. We got ventilated and heated seats and massage. Ooh, gotta love that. Oh my. And the screens are just like that S7800 we looked at. Man, it's pretty sweet. And I like where they mounted those cameras. They're kind of behind the corners here, and you don't see them. They're not in your way. Man, those screens look nice, don't they? Extended monitor. I love it. So let's take a look around this combine. I spot one difference. Look at that big controller right there. That's probably for our cameras, our forward-facing cameras. Our predictive ground speed automation stuff is right there. It's nifty. Looks like we got instead of running an 80 chain, looks like we got a dual 60 heavy duty chain there. Okay. I don't see any other changes here. Yep. That looks all the same. Yep, that looks the same. I don't think we're going to see any massive difference on the 25 X9 versus the ones that I've shown you guys before. Yep. Not seeing any changes. But I think they did change that camera like the ones on the S7s where you could change the view angle, which is a lot nicer. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got that new style moisture sensor on there. Still don't have a whole lot of info on that yet. More controllers on the elevator. But everything else looks the same. The only difference I see is this right here. Pretty neat. Engine compartment. Not seeing any major changes here. Still got the big 13.6 in there. The variable pitch fan. Yep. That all looks the same, so don't see any differences here. All right, so a few minor changes, mainly on the technology side. I don't see any major physical differences. We're not going to see those big changes like we did versus the S780 versus the S7800, but it's mainly just technology upgrades. So the reason I'm showing you this combine is because Caleb and I are going to be working on a video where we're going to show you how to get the predictive ground speed automation working, from step one, loading the pre-harvest satellite images, all that data in Op Center, transferring it to a combine, and then getting this combine into the field and actually harvesting and getting everything set and getting all this technology working. We're going to show you from the start to the finish and get this X9 working pristine in the field. So that's going to be an awesome video. I'm super excited about that. So that video is probably going to be, I don't know, maybe 3-4 weeks out, so I doubt we're going to be getting into the field until after Labor Day. So, and this farmer, I'm not particularly sure when he's going to hit the field, but rest assured, when we do go get this combine into the field, Caleb and I are going to show you all about it, and we're going to actually harvest with this combine and get it set, and it's going to be really awesome. So stay tuned for that. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cut this video short. I know it's one of my shorter videos, but I got the Farm Progress Show coming up next week, so I'll be doing a video on that day too. So stay tuned. There's going to be more coming, but the next video you see will be at the Farm Progress Show, looking at all the latest great technology, and I'll get to meet all you guys if you want to come see me at the Sloan Express booth. So until then, like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, comment below, let me know how I'm doing, and maybe give me your thoughts on this new X9 with the Ultimate Technology Package. Let me know your thoughts on how that's going to work this harvest. And until next time, keep that green iron moving.